up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Natalie Randall, and
Stu the husband.
Stu the husband. And if we look tired, it's because we just woke up to gunshots.
That's the neighborhood we live in.
It would appear so.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
So, last week we talked about traveling during the pandemic, and this week we're talking about traveling during the pandemic.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster edition, or honestly, amusement park edition.
Yeah, that's probably that's probably better.
That's probably better. And I know in the last video we teased a little bit about having a conversation about how I personally think that Dollywood is just, they don't care about your safety, and not in the corona safety thing. The roller coasters are like slick deadly at Dollywood, and at Six Flags they're a little bit safer. That's the kid friendly one, and Dollywood is the adult friendly one. And Stuart has something to say against my counter argument, but first let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the safety procedures and going to Dollywood opposed to going to Six Flags. And I just want to go ahead and say it. Six Flags got a little lazy with their safety precautions. I did not feel as safe as the first time we went to Six Flags during the pandemic. This time we actually went today. The reason we went today is because we went to Dollywood during the holiday season and they had the Christmas lights up. And I was like, you know what? Which one is better, Dollywood or Six Flags? And I was like, we can't make that assumption just yet. We got to give Six Flags a fair chance because it wasn't, Christmas season when we went last time.
That is true. It was Halloween.
Yeah, it was Halloween. And so let's just go ahead and throw this out on the table. Dollywood Christmas, Six Flags Christmas. Yeah. I mean, I feel like people have gotten, like, they feel like, well, it's Corona, so Christmas doesn't matter. It's Corona season. 'Tis the season to be Corona, so Christmas does not matter as much.
I don't know. People really want to get back to normal.
Yeah, but like getting back to normal is not like skipping a holiday. Like, I know we can't go and be around family during this time as much, but I would like to see the lights out. But even in our town, like we live in Forest Parks, our park used to have like a lot of lights during this time. Now it's no lights out there, and it's disappointing.
It's not nearly as many lights as normal.
They used to have little deers outside.
They have like deer, Santa Claus, and a sleigh, but we didn't see any of that this year.
It's dark, and I guess they don't want to attract people to come to the park. I guess. But like, I don't know, close out the park but still have it lit up. It feels like I'm missing something.
It feels dead.
It feels dead. It sucks.
No, about the amusement parks.
Yeah, about the amusement parks. Six Flags is for your little kids. It's one of those things that you drop your kids off and like you go. Like kids that are old enough to be dropped off. You drop them off with their little boyfriend or little girlfriend and you like, go with your little friend.
They can have a day out.
Y'all can have a day. Like, I feel like personally that's what Six Flags is. Yeah.
And Six Flags this time there were like no lines, but last time it was. We spent how many hours there?
We spent
probably about 6 hours there,
and we only got on 3 rides.
4 rides.
4 rides.
That was very disappointing.
Very disappointing that time we went in Halloween.
But this time, lines. We didn't have to wait for more than 20 minutes in the longest line.
I don't even think it was 20 minutes, man.
I'm
We
saying
went
it was
through
shorter.
those lines. Definitely went through those lines. And we got on, oh, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out. The Batman and the Joker. Those 2 rides.
Well, you haven't even been on the Superman. And
I've been on the Superman.
You've been on the Superman? The one where you're laying down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I think Batman and Superman are quite comparable. Superman really does make you feel like a superhero.
The Joker, I was like, oh no, no, no. While I was on top of the high wire, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, they just had us dangling. Just dangling for no reason. I like that. We're here to talk about why Six Flags sucks. Dollywood sucks.
What?
But Dollywood is a little bit better than Six Flags.
What makes you think that either of them sucks? And Dollywood doesn't suck.
It does. At Six Flags, it does. At Six Flags,
It doesn't.
It does. At Six Flags, they're not fat friendly. They're not. The amusement parks in general aren't fat friendly. And like me, I feel like I'm big, but I'm not that big. And it's just like, they be squishing my boobs. But I mean, they are bigger than the average boobs. But still, like, I felt more comfortable sitting in the rides and whatnot at Dollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it feel like Dollywood is more for adults. If the seats are bigger, it's more so for adults, tailored for adults.
Dollywood had much more interesting roller coasters.
They all roller coasters with a story.
Yeah, all of them had their own thing. Like there's a mine shaft roller coaster where it's a completely indoor roller coaster, but it's got
not completely.
Well, almost completely. Most of it's inside. There are 2 points at which it stops, plays some creepy music, and then as you go straight up, one time it's probably, say, 100 feet. The second time it's like maybe 150 feet. But it's just this straight up climb. And then the second time it's got some flames that shoot out right next to these rock crevices. It's really cool. And then it just sends you down. It's super cool. They fit a lot more coaster in a much smaller area because the roller coasters don't take up as much space as they do at Six Flags. It's hard to explain almost.
They don't really isolate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Dollywood was a trip that I would take my kids to at least once or twice, but also like Six Flags is something I would drop them off at. Six Flags isn't something that I'm like, oh, I want to go to Six Flags. Dollywood isn't something I want to go to Dollywood. And honestly, the main reason that I was okay with going is because we're going through a pandemic, so it's less people, less waits for the rides, and like we got to do a lot of things. If we went to Six Flags when it was not a pandemic, the trip that we even did in Halloween, where we only rode 4 rides within like what, 6 hours, we probably would have only rode 1 ride. And this is from past trauma. Okay, when I was in middle school, went to Six Flags, and I only rode 2 rides for a whole 8 hours, like the whole 8 hours. And it was just like, other than that, just standing in lines. Like it was traumatic, y'all.
I hate waiting in lines at Six Flags and seeing those time markers. Oh, your wait at this point is about 180 minutes.
Oh, that's wild. I don't want to look at a time marker that says that you have to wait 2 hours. But going back to the safety measures, in Dollywood, they were really, really particular. So I had a mask that had like a little, like a valve on it, and honestly, I realized later on that the valve
was just, it was fake. It was for aesthetic.
Yeah, it's just a fake valve. It's just for aesthetic. It's closed up on the inside. But because they saw me with the valve on, they were like, wait a minute, you cannot come into Dollywood with that valve on because you could have possibly cut a circle and then you're just putting corona all over the place. So I went ahead and I had to put a temporary mask underneath the mask with a valve. Okay, and like some people, the older people were more so okay with it. The younger people were like, take that off. I want to see the one underneath. And I'm like, I showed them, hey, I have this underneath, and then pulls it back up and they're like, nope, I can only run this ride if I see the other one. So I think at that point, you know, it was their job, but it was like kind of not interesting. It was kind of frustrating to see like the inconsistencies. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm happy you're doing your job, but other people are okay with it, and then you guys aren't okay with it, and it's just like, y'all need to be on the same level. But at Six Flags, the first time we went, they were spraying the rides a lot more.
Yeah, like every 2 or 3 rides, they would spray it with sanitizer and then send it to dry.
Yeah, and this time I did not see that at all.
Nope, they didn't stop anything.
They did not. But also, we went there like at 4 to about 7?
3.
3?
Just to a little bit before 6.
3 to 6. Like, we went there and it was like a shorter period of time. But we've been in the line long enough that we see them go. Probably like the longest line we were in, we probably saw them send off about 5 cars. And they never sanitized any of them.
Yeah. Well, luckily they have hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah, we made sure to put some hand sanitizer on. Afterwards, we had to go to my mom's house. Made sure to keep our mask on and keep our distance. But it kind of sucks. Like, I'm just like, y'all, maybe I shouldn't be going to an amusement park during a pandemic if y'all don't know how to act right. But they already got my money.
Guessed. Don't go to an amusement park during a pandemic.
Who would have thought? We did see a show, and at Dollywood there was also shows, and that's another reason.
They had whole theaters for shows.
They had whole theaters, and that's another reason why I say Dollywood is more for like
the whole family,
and Six Flags is more for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, the seats are bigger at Dollywood. They have shows that they put on at Dollywood, and they have like blowing glass and all of these things. And
if you're gonna go to Dollywood, be prepared to spend a lot of money though, because it's a lot of shopping.
Yeah, yeah.
They have like leather stores, well, glass blowing, which is really expensive. I really want to go there.
It was a Dollywood. You know, I'd probably go. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I'm open for anything. Just the time to spend with the people that I love and care about. But I'm going to have something to say, you know. That's regardless. Dollywood, you know, they had the train, a coal-powered train.
Yeah.
And it shot soot at us.
Well, not at us, but it was just a huge plume of smoke. Black, pitch black plume of smoke just rising into the atmosphere. You could just feel Mother Nature cringing a little bit.
I was like, ooh, you gonna do this to me today?
Luckily, I mean, I'm sure it's the only one of its kind that's still in operation. Well, not the only one, but one of very few.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of very few, because I can't imagine, like, I'm not out here saying save the planet all the time, but if I saw trains going around looking like that, I'm like, look, y'all just polluting the earth right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all need to stop that. That's not good. No, no, no. Let me think. Ooh. Dollywood also has really good food. Like, I go back for food.
Yeah. You can get turkey legs and pulled pork loaded fries at Dollywood.
Yeah.
At Six Flags, you're limited to burger, chicken tenders, some fries.
Yeah, every time we went to Six Flags, we just got chicken tenders and a fry. And like the food, like with Dollywood, you know, you have the food and it, you know, it's good and it's made. And like, I could get chicken tenders at Dollywood, but I didn't. I got a turkey leg. And
you can't get anywhere else. Like just anywhere. Any other amusement park.
You probably could get turkey legs. We haven't went to a lot of amusement parks.
Well, you can get turkey legs at the Renaissance Festival.
So overall, I'm going to keep saying it. Six Flags is for kids. Dollywood is for adults. Dollywood also has a $189 pie that I'm going to get next time I go. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to get that pie next time I go to see
You guys told about it?
What?
Like what it is?
I just said it.
It's a 25-pound apple pie.
It's 25 pounds.
And you get to keep the skillet it's in.
I would hope that you guys didn't think that I was going to spend $190-ish on a pie, and it's not some type of bang for the buck. Yeah, I was thinking like we go buy it, eat some of it, and then just go around giving pie out to people. Well, we can't do that during Corona, but if I ever go back to Dollywood, Stuart's buying me that pie. That's gonna be about Constellation Prize.
Constellation Prize?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but overall, traveling during the pandemic, going to amusement parks.
Short lines are great.
Short lines are great. People are getting a little bit lazy, especially at Six Flags. Six Flags in Georgia, like we're going into a spike again, and you're not even sanitizing your machines. That's a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be going next year though. Like I don't.
We have the season pass.
We have a season pass, you guys, so I'll be able to let you guys know if things changed and things got better. And we'll be taking precautions. We'll be using 2 masks and making sure we have our own hand sanitizer and whatnot. But overall, Dolly World took us back to a time. Dollywood took us back to a time where we couldn't drink out of the same water fountain.
Yeah, a little bit. But no, everybody was really nice there.
Everybody was really nice, but it's just like just walking around the town. It was like, I felt like I was back in the 60s.
But I didn't feel discriminated against.
We didn't feel discriminated
Not
against.
at all.
Not at all. People were actually very kind, but it's just the nature of the park and the designs is like old-timey. I kind of had this feeling in my head that Dollywood made this little area to kind of like take her back to when she was a child. Mm-hmm. And like it's nice for that. Like it's like these retro cars and these colors and these signs and everything feels like I went back in time. But like I know I went back in time, and also I feel like I wouldn't have been accepted here back in time. But it was nice to look at.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is it for today. I'm going to go back upstairs because, you know, they're shooting out here for some reason. And much love and positivity, and I will see you